Hey guys, so I have alluded or said in a few videos, well maybe one, that I'm going on a no buy this year. So I'm starting with 3 months, and the whole reasoning behind it is, like I said in I think my New Year's Eve, or what I actually wore for New Year's Eve, the purple glitter look I did, and I'll post that video up here somewhere. So the reasoning behind that is my eyelash is really bothering me. Wow. The reason behind that is I just kind of lost my mind when it came to makeup last year. So what I'm trying to do is actually use the stuff that is in my stash, my collection, right? So if you follow me on Instagram, Lola Kinks, if you don't, go follow. Y'all know that I've been doing makeup challenges with my Facebook group. That one of the groups that I admin on Facebook. It's not my group, but I help admin it. Makeup Matters for Women of Color. And this month, January, we're doing another challenge. It is posted on my Instagram, so you can go look for it, or just search the hashtag MMWOC, I believe. And yeah, so doing makeup challenges and doing my face almost every day, right? I go through spells where I don't wear makeup for months at a time, especially if I'm not doing YouTube videos. Prior to me coming back to YouTube, there were months I went without wearing makeup. So here we are, 2018, no buy until April 1st, okay? So ways that I'm doing this, if there's something that I want, I write it down on my wish list so that I know come April 1st, this is what I said I wanted. If I still want it by that time, I'll pick it up, right? I've gone on to sites like, my thing is sales. Oh, Jesus, sales, right? There's a sale, I want to get stuff. So I've gone on, filled up baskets, and whatever that amount was, whatever that amount that I was ready to spend, I put it into my savings. So yeah, and I'm taking a trip with that money. So yeah, so for this video, y'all, I get to it, I wanted to project pan this year, okay? I've never project panned, and I have hit pan on a few products. There's a eyeshadow from Suva Beauty called Madrid. It's like my perfect transition color. I use it a lot. I didn't use it today, of course. And the video for this look will be up probably soon, I hope. I'm doing a 1 palette series, so y'all know I like to film all the videos and get them up in succession. But I've hit pan on a few things. Y'all know my CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer, and MAC Blunt, those kind of things. But as far as finishing makeup products, the only thing that I do run through consistently are my Tint Idol foundation and my Estee Lauder foundation. Those two are the foundations that I typically use, even though I have a ton of foundations, right? But those are the two that I gravitate towards, right? So I wanted to go ahead and start off this year with some items that I'm going to try my best to pan, all right? Or to finish, to empty, that kind of stuff, okay? So I am going to go in the way that I do my face, okay? So 2 primers, okay? First one is Rimmel Stay Matte. This is not a primer that keeps you matte per se, but I need to finish it, okay? It's about 3/4 of the way full, so I will be using this, and then Professional Matte Rescue. So I fell victim to the hype. I thought this was going to be like Pore Professional, where you kind of can push it in, so it's going to fill in my pores and it's going to keep me matte. Not really. This is like a moisturizer for me. It doesn't, to me, keep me matte. It doesn't blur as much, but it's full. I've passed the amount of days that I can return it to Ulta, I believe. That's where I bought this. So what I am going to do is use it up, right? This is going to take me all year to use up. But so those are the primers that I have. foundation. So I'm doing them in pairs, sets of 2, because I figure it'll be easier for me to do that, and that's the way that I use these foundations. So Naked Skin, okay. At the time that I purchased these, they did not make my shade. So what I ended up doing was buying 2 shades. I have it in 9.0 and 9.75, right? And I mix these 2 to use them, okay? I want to finish these. I don't care for this foundation like that, just because I like a full coverage look. Y'all know that. I like full coverage, and so for me, this is a little lacking, but I'm going to use them for my everyday type makeup and hopefully get through that. So this is something else I want to use. So my Becca Ultimate, and then my, ooh, this is dirty, sorry guys, my Becca Ultimate, and then my Jouer foundation. If you haven't seen my Jouer review, foundation file review, I'll link it on the top in the card. So this foundation is a totally wrong shade for me, and unfortunately that happens kind of often, you know, because I buy a lot online. I don't typically like to go into stores, and where I bought this is in LA, so I can't really go to it, and I'm not going to go through the hassle of returning it. So I'm going to pair these 2. This is in tobacco. This is way too dark for me. I bought this, or not tobacco, sienna, cacao. So this is in cacao. It's way too dark for me. So I figured get rid of 2 foundations that don't work alone, but together. I have them on today, right? Love these 2 mixed, right? So these 2, finish those. Excuse me. So concealers. I finish concealers pretty regularly, but I finish the ones that I use, like Tarte Shape Tape. I've gone through 3 of those, I think, in 2016, 2017, whenever it debuted. So I have Wet n Wild's concealers. They're okay, but I figured these, all of these concealers actually are going to be concealers that I'll put on top or mix to thin out or anything like that. Other concealers, okay? So I have 2 shades. I have Dark Cocoa and Medium Tan for this, and they're alright, but I'm going to make a point to using them more so that I can get rid of them before they expire. And then I have 2 Makeup Forever ones. Full Cover. This one is a bit too light, so it's not something I get. Both of them actually. So I have Y41. Why do I have a shade this color? Do y'all see that? Why? I probably need to just throw it in my kit. But so I have these 2. Full Cover is a bit too light. This one is way, way, way too light. And while I'm here talking about it, I think I am going to just throw it in the Caucasian pile for when I do White Chicks. But the Full Cover, a bit too light. It's a bit too thick, kind of pasty, kind of hard to blend. The same issues that I have with the Urban Decay concealer. So, but it's a good concealer. It's just a lot of work to use, right? So I'm going to try to finish that by mixing it with a few other concealers. Okay, so setting powder. So I keep my, I depotted my RMCA No Color powder, and I keep it in this jar. Will you focus? Will you focus? Oh, you can't see how much. Anyways, I have about this much in there. Oh, there you go. So it's not a lot, but I would like to finish it and refill it. I do have a like 10-ounce tub that I bought years ago. Not years ago, like 2 years ago. So, but I would like to get through this and actually use it up. So that's my setting powder. Highlighter. So I'm picking a highlighter because there is kind of a dent. I don't know if y'all can see that. See kind of right there where you can see kind of the circles right here. Where you can see kind of the circle of the actual pan. So this is Becca Topaz. It's a universal gold color, great for my skin tone. So I figured that's something I can get a lot of use out of. If I do feel like gravitating towards a gold contour or a gold highlighter, this is the one that I will use. Kind of a highlighter, but not really. This is Melanie Mills Deep Gold liquid highlighter. So here's what this looks like. And I think that I'm just going to either use it as a base underneath my makeup or mix it into foundations, but I do want to finish this. And that's just a fun item that I want to throw in because I don't ever remember to use it. So I'm going to take it out of the drawer that it was in, put it on my vanity with the rest of my face base products and use it, okay? So mascara. I bought the Sephora mascara tryout thing. So my goal this year is to use all of the testers, okay? There's a Yves Saint Laurent, Yves, do I have lipstick on my teeth? My bad, y'all. Yves Saint Laurent, the Shock mascara, Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Craft Length and Volume, by Sephora, and then Dior Show mascara. And then I'm currently using Monsieur Big by Lancome. So I hope to finish all 5 of those. And then lip products. So I picked lip products that I knew would be easy for me to finish. They're basically the same color, just different finishes. So the first one I have is Spray Tan by Bellegant Cosmetics. It's My Lips Look Better, and that will dry matte. And then the next color I have is Sepia Lip Gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a bit pinker, but still a nude for me. And this one I might be close to finishing because I've had it for a while, and it is my go-to gloss. Spray Tan is probably my favorite nude because it literally looks like nothing on my lips. I mean, it looks like my lips, but y'all get what I'm saying. So it's like my lips in a jar, right? So these 2 are the lip products that I'm going to concentrate on finishing. I threw in a spray. Why did I buy a Make It Dewy spray? Why? I don't know, guys. I like matte finishes. I bought a dewy spray, so I'm going to make sure I use it because if I don't concentrate on using it, it will sit there. So I will use this spray. All right. I'm gonna be really dewy with these products, with this primer, and that's Lord. Okay, so I threw in a couple palettes. So I do want to pan a couple shades in. Ooh, my color is off. This is looking, well, maybe not. So I do want to pan a couple shades in the Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette from Juvias Place. I use these 3, Zane, Toby, and Neo, but I'm really going to focus on Neo and Toby, the orange and cranberry. Those are the 2 that I use most often. So if I have to use blush, this is what I'm going to be using. I've panned a blush before, La Femme Cinnabar, my favorite blush ever created. So I know that I can pan a blush, but it does have to be something that I continuously use. So that's that for this palette. And then kind of a cop-out because these shades are so small, but I have the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette, and so I'm going to try my best to kind of make some dents into these colors. The colors are very neutral, so I'm going to probably rock more neutral looks during the week. Of course, when I come on here, I do this kind of stuff. But during the week, I'll probably use this more. And so I'll try to pan some of those or actually go through and use some of those. And then I also have the Lord Jesus. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, and then I also have the Too Faced Peachy Matte palette, right? And these, these 2 rows, those are what I'm going to concentrate on panning, especially this top row here. This top row is like neutral eye city for me, and it's amazingness, okay? So those are all the products that I plan on panning this year. So if I am doing like kind of talk through videos or just like coming on and just talking to you about a specific issue or anything like that, don't be surprised if that's what you see in the description box as me listing as what I'm using on my face, because I'm trying to get through this, and I really think that I can do it. I just have to stay on top of it. I will do quarterly updates for the items that I'm trying to pan. So the next video that I do on this will be around March, April, just to show kind of just to say what my progress is so far with these items, okay? All right, guys, so hope you enjoy. If you're panning, if you're doing panning or project panning this year, let me know in the comments what you're doing, how many products you have that you want to use, and why you're doing it, okay? So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.